Good morning, all of you. Class 11, Accountancy. We are still on chapter 1. And today I am going to explain you the process of accounting, limitations of accounting, and different terminology, similar term in accounting, like accountancy, accounting, bookkeeping, all things today I am going to explain you. So in chapter 1, first of all is process. See, as I explained you, first the accountant or the organization find out, identify the transactions which have to be entered in the books. Means all the quantitative and monetary transactions, financial transactions should be entered in the books. So first of all, identify the transactions which are to be entered. Okay. Then next, accordingly, original book means journal, then ledger, then subsidiary books, then trial balance for summarizing, then trading account, profit and loss account, and balance sheet for financial results. Now, my dear children, you will think, what is trading account? Trading account shows gross profit. Profit and loss account shows net profit or net loss. And balance sheet shows true financial position. One side is liabilities, another side is asset. Then at the end, after making balance sheet, the financial analysis will be there. And that information, that analysis will be used for interpretation, for future policy making, okay, and for different users. So today our first topic is process of accounting, okay. Then see, afterwards we will move on next topic. First of all, children, if you want to make this process, want to make the diagram, you can. Accounting. Accounting is a systematic process. First term, process. Maybe that question will come in the exam. Process means different steps. Same here. See the accounting process. First of all, financial transactions and events to be identified. What are the transactions to be recorded? What are not to be recorded? Okay, yesterday I explained you 4 characteristics of accounting that will be used here. What are the characteristics? Reliable means all the events should be reliable. Relevant, all the transactions and events should be relevant to that organization. Understandable, clearly mentioned, and comparable. At the end, you will see how these accounts may be comparable. So first step is identify the financial transaction. Financial means monetary, economic transactions. See, I explain you, there are 2 types of transactions, financial or non-financial, monetary or non-monetary, qualitative or quantitative. Okay, so here we should write quantitative transactions, monetary transactions, or only those transactions which are financial in nature. Yes, if a cook is coming at your home, that is financial, monetary or economic. Okay, but your mother is doing some work, that is non-economic transaction, that is not entered in your accounts books. Same here, financial transactions means monetary transactions, means quantitative transactions should be entered. Qualitative transactions should be ignored. Beauty, intelligence, these are not to be entered in the books. Yes. Honesty, these all are qualitative aspects, my dear. Qualification, that will be not entered in accounts books. Only the monetary transaction or quantitative transactions to be entered. Then see the sequence. After financial transactions and events, next is voucher. Voucher means first evidence. For every transaction, the businessman entered in voucher, that is first evidence. I will show you what is voucher. Voucher means the detailed content, one proof like date, quantity, number of baggages, total amount, etc. Then with the help of these vouchers, entry will be made in journal, and this is known as journalizing. Journal entry will be based on 3 rules. Debit what comes in, credit what goes out. Debit the receiver, credit the giver. Debit all expenses, credit all gains. Good. So journal entry will be based on voucher. That is the second step. Then organization keeps some subsidiary books also. Subsidiary books means additional books, helping books. Okay, like cash. Cash book for cash transactions. Purchase book for credit purchase. Cash book is maintained for cash transactions. It is generally of 4 types. Single column cash book. A cash book which contains only cash column. Then double column cash book. Cash book contains cash column plus bank column. Okay. Then 3 column cash book. 3 column cash book means cash book contains cash column, bank column and discount column also. Then 4th is petty cash book. Petty cash book maintained for small expenditure by petty cashier. It depends on the size and nature of the organization, my dear children. So cash book is a subsidiary books. Cash book is prepared only to enter the cash transactions, whether cash is inflow or outflow. Only for cash transactions. It is of 4 types. Single column, only cash transaction. Double column, cash and bank transaction. Triple column cash book, cash, bank, discount column. Yes, and last is petty cash book. We will have separate chapter for these subsidiary books. I will explain you in numeric when we will do the numerical. And last is petty cash book. And my dear children, petty cash book is maintained for small recurring repeating expenditures. Okay, so petty cash book is prepared. So cash book over. Then second is purchase book. For credit purchase of goods, a businessman prepares purchase book. But when you make purchase book, be careful. Cash transaction will not be entered in purchase book. Because cash transactions already entered in cash book. So, purchase book is for purchase of credit transactions, credit purchases, credit purchase of goods. As I already explained you what is good. Goods means in which the businessman is dealing. Okay. Now next is sales book. Same as purchase book. Sales book is prepared for credit sales of goods. Because cash sales already be entered in cash book. That's why sales book means outflow of goods on credit basis will be entered in sales book. Clear? Then next is purchase return book. The goods which we purchase may be returned. Various reasons are there behind returning goods. Maybe not according to the quality. Maybe not according as per the order. Okay. Maybe damaged goods. So purchase can be returned, and these returns will be entered in a separate subsidiary book, that is purchase return book. Next is sales return. The goods which the organization sold now may be returned by the customer. Various reasons are there behind sales return. Maybe not according to the quality, not according to the prescribed order. And there is one more case after damage. One more case. Sometimes businessmen sell the goods on sale or return basis. That's why sales return may also be possible. So while the goods sold earlier, now coming back will be entered in sales return book. Now next is journal proper. All those transactions which don't have place in other subsidiary books will be entered in journal proper. Like cash transaction in cash book, credit purchase in purchase book, credit sales in sales book, purchase return in purchase return book, goods return will be in sales return book. Now few transactions are still remaining, that will be entered in JP, journal proper. Okay. See, journal proper. Goods purchase on credit will be in purchase book. Then where you will enter the asset purchase on credit? That will be in journal proper. Okay. Goods sold on credit you entered in sales book. And if you are selling your old asset on credit, that will enter in journal proper. Okay, my dear children? Yes. And few adjustment entries, closing entries, opening entries, all those entries which don't have any place anywhere, that will be entered in journal proper. Then after it, all the data, all the information, classify. Classify means posting into ledger. Means different accounts to be prepared. As you have scholar number, same businessman will give ledger folio. LF, ledger folio. So see, ledger folio means the page number of ledger. That is unique ID also. Every businessman gives some ledger folio to individual. So all the collected data now classify and post into different accounts. Like if you will pay your fees, that will be entered in your scholar number, same as like Mr. Abhishek Bachchan has one account in our books. The all entries related with Abhishek Bachchan will be entered in his ledger. That is classification in different account, and that is known as posting in ledger, posting in account. Okay. Then summarizing. After classification of the data, then trial balance is to be prepared. Trial balance shows the accuracy of the accounting. Trial balance has two columns. One is debit, another is credit. It will be prepared with the help of ledger. Debit balance will be entered in debit column. Credit balance will be entered in credit column. I will explain you this topic while we will do the numerical, and it is the part of chapter 6. So trial balance means summary of all the ledger. Then trading and P&L account. Trading account shows gross profit and gross loss, and profit and loss account is prepared to know the true position, true final outcome, net profit or net loss. Okay. Then balance sheet. Balance sheet shows financial position, assets and liabilities, and when it match, so then a commerce student will be happy because it shows that all the transactions are correct. Now with the help of these accounts, analyzing and interpretation will be performed. For future policies can be made, comparison can be possible. And these information then to communicate to its users. Now, my dear children, I want to explain you the process again. All steps are interrelated. You cannot jumble any step. See, everything has some process. Like to start a vehicle, there is some process. Make a cake, that is also have some process, some steps. You cannot jumble them. Same here. First, identify the transactions which have to be entered. Then prepare the voucher. With the help of voucher, journal entries to be made. With the help of journal entries, subsidiary books have to be made. Yes. Then all the journal entries, all the subsidiary accounts to be posted into ledger. Yes. Now, with the help of ledger, trial balance is to be prepared. Yes, all steps are in sequential order. First, you have to identify the transaction. Then you have to prepare the voucher. Then with the help of voucher, journal entries to be made. Subsidiary books have to be prepared. Then with these, the ledger posting is to be there. Then after making ledger, the next chronological step is, sequential step is to prepare trial balance. Then with the help of trial balance, trading and P&L account is to be prepared, and balance sheet for asset and liabilities. Then afterwards, analysis and interpretation and communication to users. Now, my dear children, in your 11th class, you will have these steps. Analysis and interpretation, all you will study in class 12. Okay. So this is accounting process. See, accounting is a systematic process of identifying, measuring, recording. This is the step for recording. Then classifying. Classifying is the step for ledger. Summarizing. Summarizing means make in a statement form or summarize all the data. Trial balance, trading P&L and balance sheet. And then analyze its information to the interested users. Interested users will be used according to their requirement. Then process C again. As some students told me, ma'am, we have to write, so please write. Identification of financial transactions and events. Measuring the identified transactions in monetary terms, then recording them in journal, classifying them in ledger. You can write recording means bracket journal, classifying ledger, summarizing trial balance, trading and P&L and balance sheet. Yes. Analyzing and interpretation. Take some decisions, conclusions, comparisons for future requirements, and then communicate. Communicating to interested users like investors, government, management. Okay. Now, identification of financial transactions and events. Some conditions are there. Record only those transactions and events which can be measured in terms of money. Purchase of raw material, sale of finished goods. Such transactions are identified with the help of bills, receipts, or evidence. Then measure them. Measure means in terms of money. See, in books, we cannot write quantity, quality, or the quantity. We should write the actual amount in terms of money. Okay, then recording. Recording means first that should be entered in journal, then subdivided into subsidiary books, which is known as day book, additional books like cash book for cash transactions, purchase book, sales book, etc. Then classify them. Transactions recorded in the journal or subsidiary books are classified, which is known as ledger. Now, ledger, it contains individual accounts. All the transactions of similar nature are collected. Like one person have one account, that should be entered in his account only. Like just now I have given the example. All the transactions related with Abhishek Bachchan will be entered in Abhishek Bachchan's account. Then summarizing. Trial balance, trading and P&L, balance sheet, all are known as financial account, final account, that I will explain you in accountancy second part. Chapter 9 tip. Analyzing and interpretation means meaningful judgment for the profitability and financial position that is helpful in planning. Why analysis and interpretation is required? Just to make future plans or policies. Then communicate, as I explained you, communication to interested users, which are maybe internal or externals. Objectives yesterday we completed. So today we completed this part. First of all, this is the summary accounting process. Okay. And this flow chart you can make, my dear children. This will helpful to you to learn. First, voucher, recording, classifying, summarizing, analyzing, communicate. Okay.